Welcome back, everybody. The History Guy here. This is the next to the last battle of the Confederate Campaign and Ultimate General Civil War. This is Hardin Pike, December 15th, 1864. It is a fictional battle to help retake the city of Nashville, Tennessee. And if the last one, retaking Vicksburg, was hard, this one's downright scary hard. At least how it looks. This is my very first time playing it. So it's a first look not only for a lot of you, but for me as well. And whereas the other battle, I was attacking a fortified position on a hill with a significant advantage in men, I'm basically fighting against the exact same number of men in this one. So 71 brigades, 70,000 soldiers, 288 guns on a fortified position in the woods on a hill. What a nightmare. So I honestly I don't know how I'm going to win this battle. So I'm going to pause right here, take a look. I've got my whole first corps to start, but that's not enough to even have an advantage. He's got me by 23,000 men. In order to win the battle, I've got to take these two fortified positions. This is just crazy to me that I'm possibly going to do this because I imagine he's got an outer ring right here. So here's what I'm thinking. There's a lot of different ways to do this, I'm sure, and I'll probably fight this battle 3 or 4 times before I start to get a sense of the best way to do it. But I'm thinking he's probably got this whole thing ringed all the way around, even over to here, and defenses here. So I'm wondering if the way to go here isn't to go right up the middle and then split my force in two and go each way and just try to take these positions without trying to overrun everything, because there's men out here I don't want to have to fight. There's probably men out here I don't want to fight, so I want to just concentrate on the center here because that's what I've got to take to win the battle. So I don't know. It's just a hunch that I have. I honestly have absolutely no idea what the best way to do this is going to be, but that's what I'm thinking for the moment. I'm going to put these guys in rows of maybe 3-4 brigades at a time. I'm going to start bringing them all over here. I'm going to bring all of my guns down this way as well. I'll get everything sorted out once they're over here. I'm just going to get everybody headed in the right direction for now. So I'm going to try to concentrate my artillery, concentrate my manpower all up the center. We'll see how it goes. These first times through these battles are always really interesting because you just really don't know exactly what to expect. And as you play it through 3 or 4 times, you start to get a sense of what will work and what will not. And I've got 5 hours to do this, and I know at some point I'll get my second corps as well. So we'll see. Alright, I'll start to slow down here. Haven't quite seen the enemy yet. There he is. I'm going to have to send some skirmishers up so I can at least get a glimpse of him, where he is. So my artillery can start firing. There we go. Concentrate all the artillery on these 2 sections here. Maybe we can just soften them up enough to where they'll back out from those positions. I guess we'll see. I honestly don't want to get to these objectives too soon because I don't want to give him time to reinforce and take them back. I want to be able to get into those positions, take the objectives right as the clock expires, if I can. Try to reduce my casualties as much as possible so I have more men to take into the final assault on Washington. Alright, we'll give this a few rounds of artillery. We'll see how they do at softening these positions up. They don't seem to be doing a whole lot. Oh, there we go. Like I said, I'm not gonna go too quick with this. Here comes my second corps, which means more artillery. Alright, we're going to soften these boys up as much as we can. Alright, I'm going to start to advance slowly with skirmishers out front who are probably going to get lit up. I'm going to try to keep to the center as much as I can to stay out of these 2nd Brigade's line of fire. I'll get a 2nd line of attack behind the 1st. Okay, let's melee attack. He's got artillery right behind him there. Okay. No, Pender, don't go that way. I don't want to deal with them. Alright, here's where it's going to get tricky because I need to try and build like a little bubble here so I'm covering my flanks as best I can. And then start pouring the units up the middle. honestly have no idea if this is even going to be an effective strategy for this, but I'm figured it was worth a try. Hold on right there, Siegfried. Alright, I want to take out that battery. Alright, and then we start building up a wall here. A line. Get the artillery moved up. Alright, Hawkins, right there. Oh, Ward, back off, buddy. Back off, back off. Devin's gonna get torn to pieces right there. This is where it's gonna get ugly trying to take these fortifications. And Richards, come on, buddy. Back up. Alright, let's pause for just a second here. I want to kind of evaluate where things are. We're taking it from two sides at the same time. It's definitely going to be rough, but right now the numbers are about even. I've lost 3,500 men. He's lost 1,300. That's to be expected. I'm going to keep getting this artillery closer wherever I can. Make sure we're staying supplied. And we've got some brigades down here that are getting lost in the shuffle, so let's get them up. Get our generals up. Okay. Now, these units are breaking down here at the bottom of the hill. I got to find a way to get up in here and around. Problem is I'll get fired on from both sides doing that, so I don't know. We'll see. My goodness. Lose 100 men every time there's a volley. Come on, up and over the hill, guys. Up and over the hill. This is so brutal. I've just got to get so many men up here that he can't shoot them. Have everybody shooting at one at a time. Ugh. Come on. Already lost almost 9,000 men. And I haven't even hit the summit yet of the first hill. Here we go. Alright, we're going to start working on number 2 now. Like I said, I still think maybe I'm doing this too early, because it gives him time to reform and take it back, or at least cause more casualties. Maybe I should have sat there a little longer with my artillery. Whew. About 11,000 down. Only 4,000 casualties for him. Alright, now we need to just hold right here. Here we go. Breaking through on here now. Of course, like I said, I think maybe I'm doing this too early. Still got an hour and 49 minutes to go. I should have been doing this when there was 49 minutes to go. General Wilcox, you might want to consider backing up there, buddy. What's going on here? Negley, you need to fall back. Thank you. War, it's an absolute ugliest, that's for sure. But that's what it became by the end of the war. Yeah, see, I think this strategy will work. I just executed it a little too quickly. I should have sat back a little longer with my artillery, softened up the positions a bit, and then got in a little bit closer to the last minute and just rushed the objective. I probably would have lost fewer men that way. Because I'm so close to it now that if I just threw everybody at it, I could take it. Alright guys, slow down. See, right now I wish the time was ticking and we were down to 19 minutes and I think we'd be good. It's too much time to lose too many more men. He's lost 7,000. I've lost 17,000. I gotta get these cannon out of here best I can. Oh my goodness. Back up, guys. I wish the time was ticking away a little faster. Definitely triggered that attack too early. Because now he's counterattacking. I'll take the objectives, but I'll do so at a cost. 54 minutes left. Sarama, you gotta get out of there, bud. Let's try to form a line here. Alright, we're good. We're going to win this battle, but 22,000 lost already. Another half hour of fighting to go. I'll get 21,000 for winning, and then, of course, 20% of my losses I will get back. So I'm still basically going to break even by the time it's all said and done. But I think I can do better. So we've got both the forts now. They're both contested. Let's just try to run this thing out now. I'm probably going to replay this one just to try and trigger that attack a little later and lose fewer men. I gave him way too much time to keep fighting back. "10 minutes. Okay, so there it is. Victory at Hardin Pike, an ugly, ugly victory. Only 12,800 for him, 25,000 casualties for me. So I'm basically going to break exactly even on the casualties because of what I get back with medicine and what I win for, what I earn for winning the battle. So as we can see, then that leaves me with about 46,000, 68. I'll be close to 70,000 men available to me with no ability to get more through spending reputation points. Leaving the assault on Washington itself as the last thing to do. And let's take a look at that. I've heard that if those other two were brutal, this is absolutely horrendous. So, yeah. 107,000 men, 404 guns. You've got to be kidding me. It's going to require some crazy strategy to win that one because manpower is not going to get it done. So there you have it. That's one way to do it. At least gives you a first look at what you're up against with that battle, fighting for Nashville. That was certainly not the ideal way to do that. That was my first time playing it myself. So I'm going to go back probably and replay that one, see how well I can do to try and do it with fewer casualties. So I have a few more men, but still he's going to have 107,000. So it's not going to be easy no matter what I do. But I certainly welcome your input, your suggestions. If you have any tips, ideas, strategies you want to see me try that you think maybe would work better and lose fewer casualties, I am all ears. I would love to hear it. And let's learn together how best to do this, because I think that I'm going to need as many men as possible going into this last battle. But as always, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have a fantastic Memorial Day weekend. Remember why. Remember that even though this is a game, these were real men that fought in real battles, that shed real blood, and died for the things that we all take for granted today. And I certainly want to just give my shout out to them. I want to say a special thank you to people in my own family. James Felix McGuire, who was a lieutenant in the Kentucky militia, who died in the last battle of the Revolutionary War. He was my great-great-great-great-grandfather. Actually, I think there were 6 greats in there, but he died at the Battle of Blue Licks, Kentucky. I had a brother, or an ancestor who lost 3 brothers in the Civil War, and on it goes. So I certainly do not take for granted that the freedoms we have are because of men who died in battles that we play on a video game. So if you are representing a family in any country out there who's watching who lost people in wartime, my hat's off to you, and my thanks to them for serving their country gallantly. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. We'll see you again soon.